Thank you so much for joining us here on NBC Elmira as we get ready for SmackDown coming to First Arena for the first time in 9 years. Jason, describe the intensity and the excitement we're all going to see come Monday night.
I mean, it's going to be an amazing show. All of our events are always a family-friendly environment, and it's just a great show of athleticism and entertainment because the WWE superstars that we have, the men and women, are absolutely incredible. Great talent.
Excellent. And I know just to talk to you in particular about your career, you've had great success in NXT and came right up to the main roster, winning some tag team gold for American Alpha. Talk about the call up so far. I mean, what are the challenges? I mean, the goals right now as compared to being a part of NXT.
With some of the success, I mean, like you said, the tag team titles on NXT and SmackDown. With SmackDown, it came fairly quick within the first 6 months of us being drafted, and I know that we don't have the titles now, but there was a little bit of a sense of where do we go from here, and now having lost the titles, we're a little bit humbled, and now we're on a new path to regain the championships, and we're refocused and remotivated, but it is a little bit different now because NXT, even though the goal was to win the tag team titles, there was still in the back of our mind, we wanted to get to Raw and SmackDown next. Now at Raw and SmackDown, it's just leaving a legacy and what can we leave behind in the memories of our fans so that they remember us forever.
Boy, excellent. And there's certainly American Alpha on their way in terms of being one of those great teams of all time in the WWE. And I got to ask you this. You have a storied career, the amateur wrestling ranks as well, the Indiana Hoosiers, Division I level, going out to nationals for many, many different times. And we recently spoke with Kurt Angle about what it means to create success and create memories and moments in the WWE. And I've read that you look up to Kurt and, basically the new team Angle, so to speak, that when you look back to Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, will this be a new team Angle, or do you think you guys are just obviously looking to forge your own path?
So we've always felt like we wanted to forge our own path because we realized, that everybody was going to make the correlation between World's Greatest Tag Team or Team Angle and us. We still want to be our own individuals. We still want to be American Alpha and not Team Angle 2.0. But if the opportunity came and Kurt would put his stamp on us, and we could essentially be Team Angle, but we would like to be Team Alpha with the tutelage of Team Angle. But yeah, we would like to. We want the separation between the two. We're our own tag team, but absolutely, if the opportunity arose, we would love to be able to work with Kurt.
Boy, no doubt about it. One of the greats of all time for sure, Kurt Angle. And I know that I'm actually a former amateur wrestler myself, and to compete at a high level like at Indiana, like you had, throughout your career, I think that there's a different breed that has to be a wrestler in terms of amateur wrestler as well. What do you take away most from that experience and now apply it to the WWE?
Well, I agree that it does. It takes a different mentality. I remember I felt like I did a lot of maturing from high school to college in the sense of being tougher and being able to handle whatever's thrown your way, being to the point that you really, really feel like you're at your breaking point and you're out of your comfort zone, but being able to keep a sense of composure in those moments. So I think that exactly just kind of prepared me for the WWE, but life in general, because I feel like you just have to have a different degree of toughness, and you have to be able to push yourself past that comfort zone.
Yeah, talking with Kurt Angle about a month ago, he talked about there's wrestling shape and then there's regular shape. There's just such a big difference.
Yeah.
And he talked about training with Dan Gable out in Iowa, where they talked about exhaust training and guys pushing themselves beyond the limit and mentally going further than they ever thought they could. And certainly you guys are headed in that direction as well as the tag team in the WWE. But just a few more quick questions for today, and we thank you again for joining us here today. Now, it's been written that you were pursuing dental school. Is that correct? Dental school, be a dentist?
Oh yeah, that was what I originally went to school for. So my undergraduate, I had a degree in biology with a minor in chemistry and social science and medicine, but I had all of my pre-dental requirements. So the next step was to go to dental school, which I was all set up to do. But when Jerry Briscoe came calling with the opportunity to actually chase my childhood dream of being in the WWE, I couldn't pass up on the opportunity. So dental school has been put on hold, and who knows, maybe I'll never go back, but it's on hold at least for now.
Yeah, probably no regrets at this point, I would think.
No, none.
That's fantastic. I love it. Now, everybody, it's well known that WWE, the schedule. I mean, they're the hardest working performers in the world. I mean, traveling. Going out there, entertaining the millions of fans that are around the globe with WWE. And what is the most challenging part for you in terms of being on that grind? I know they often say that failure leads to success. You get up each time and you battle. And I kind of live by a motto that be great or be average. The choice is really simple, I think, for successful people. And for you, what is that hardest part of this grind?
Well, there's a couple things. I guess physically, the only thing that I feel like I'm getting adjusted to it, but not having an off season, you have to really be cautious and be aware of like fine tuning with your body, because something small, when never given the time to actually rest and heal, can grow into something big. So physically, I guess not having an off season, but I think overall the hardest thing to do is constantly being able to be fresh with the crowd, be what it is that they come to the show and never disappoint. But it's hard sometimes to really figure out what it is that connects with crowds, what it is that makes the crowd love you or want to get behind you. So for me, I think that's the most difficult part, something that's out of your control, but trying to figure out where you can find some control.
Excellent. I know it's such a fickle crowd sometimes. I mean, we've seen some of the examples over the years with crowd favorites, non-crowd favorites, and the WWE universe always has a interesting opinion, so to speak. But now, just two quick things, and then we're all set for the day. Your dream opponent, if you had one, in WWE?
I think currently, if we were going of all time for a tag team, it would be the Steiner brothers. I know that would never happen,
right.
But I think that it would be really nice to wrestle the Hardy Boys or Cesaro and Sheamus. Those are two teams that are on the other brand that we haven't had to cross paths with so far. Well, at least not the Hardy Boys, but we've crossed paths at a Survivor Series with Cesaro and Sheamus. But if this is further in advance, after American Alpha has run its course. But at some point, I would love to get in there and wrestle a singles match with AJ Styles. I mean, I know that he's hot right now, and he's clearly one of the best in the WWE, period, but especially right now. So I think that would be a lot of fun to have a match with AJ.
Boy, I tell you, a lot of people love to see that, including myself, out there in that 20 by 20 ring. But now, Jason, last quick question is, I don't know, you might have already mentioned it, I think, other than American Alpha, in your mind, greatest WWE tag team of all time?
Well, my favorite, and I obviously think they're the best of all time, would be the Steiner brothers.
Yeah, the Steiner's Big Papa Pump and those guys, man, they brought it down every time they got that.
Oh yeah, they're ahead of their time. They had something special. I mean, still to this day, I go back and watch their matches, and I'm entertained and thoroughly enjoy them. So that's my number one.
Excellent, Jason. And end out with this final message for the people in Elmira come Monday night when SmackDown, the Heatwave Tour, comes to First Arena.
Final message, I'd say make sure you grab your family and get on out to the show, because it's an amazing environment, and if you haven't experienced it before, you're really missing out, and you're going to absolutely love it. So come on out to Elmira.
All right, Jason, thank you so much for joining us here, NBC Elmira. Looking forward to SmackDown come Monday night.